one of India's most confrontational vice presidents.
मैं ये बर्दाश्त कभी नहीं करूंगा. You may be a celebrity.
Court cannot legislate.
You have to understand the decorum.
Became the third vice president to resign midterm.
किसान का बेटा हूँ, कमजोरी नहीं दिखाऊंगा.
There might be more to it than meets the eye. He was a first bencher.
यदि अगर मैं वकील नहीं बनता तो कहीं न कहीं एक्टिंग जरूर करता.
In December 2024, 60 opposition MPs submitted a notice
मैं पढ़कर दंग रह गया.
seeking his removal from his post. Now, Dhankar often used the phrase,
Nothing is going on record.
weeks before, on 10 July 2025, Jagdeep Dhankar said,
I will retire at the right time. August 2027.
but just 2 weeks later, on 21st July 2025, on the first day of the monsoon session of Parliament, he resigned mid-term from the post as the 14th Vice President, citing health concerns. But the opposition said there might be more to it than meets the eye.
मेरी बेइज्जती कोई करता है, मैं सहन करता हूँ, पर मैं ये बर्दाश्त कभी नहीं करूंगा कि मेरे पद की गरिमा मैं सुरक्षित नहीं रख पाया.
On 6th August 2022, Dhankar was elected as Vice President of India. Over time, he earned a reputation of being one of India's most confrontational vice presidents, taking on judges, the opposition, and even the constitution itself.
I cannot be party to emasculate the power of legislature.
In January 2023, Dhankar criticized the 1973 Supreme Court decision that said Parliament can amend the constitution but cannot change its basic structure, which is the core principles such as democracy, secularism, or judicial independence.
With due respect to the judiciary, I cannot subscribe to this. यदि अगर संसद के बनाए हुए कानून को किसी भी आधार पर कोई भी संस्था मान्य करती है तो ठीक नहीं होगा प्रजातंत्र के लिए.
Dhankar also sparked debate by questioning the Supreme Court's 2015 verdict that struck down the National Judicial Appointments Commission Act, a law passed by Parliament to change how judges are appointed.
क्या भारत के संविधान में कोई नया थिएटर है जो कहेगा कि पार्लियामेंट ने जो कानून बनाया उस पर हमारी मोहर लगेगी तभी कानून होगा?
The Supreme Court had ruled that the law violated the basic structure of the constitution, but Dhankar disagreed, saying,
आप विधानसभा में न्यायालय का फैसला नहीं लिख सकते. You cannot script in legislature a judgment of the court. उसी भावना में court cannot legislate.
The opposition condemned his remarks, calling it an extraordinary attack on the judiciary. In April 2025, Dhankar once again defended his earlier stance by saying,
Parliament is supreme elected representatives. They are the ultimate masters as to what constitutional content will be.
That same month, Dhankar called out the delay in registering an FIR in the Justice Yashwant Verma case following the alleged discovery of burnt cash at his residence.
Failure to report a cognizable offense is a crime. Therefore, you all will be wondering why there has been no FIR. The answer is simple. An FIR in this country can be registered against anyone, any constitutional functionary, including the one before you. But if it is judges, FIR cannot be straightway registered. It has to be approved by the concerned in judiciary. But that is not given in the constitution.
Dhankar also criticized the internal inquiry initiated by the Chief Justice of India to look into the allegations of misconduct against Justice Verma.
Committee can at the most make a recommendation. What legitimacy and jurisdictional authority does this committee possess? The only action finally that can be taken is by the Parliament.
On 21st July 2025, hours before Dhankar resigned, he announced that he had received a motion signed by MPs seeking the removal of Justice Verma.
It meets the numerical requirement of signing by members of Parliament for setting in motion a process for removal of a High Court judge.
As chairman of the Rajya Sabha, Dhankar suspended dozens of MPs in 2023 for disrupting proceedings by raising slogans and placards and refusing to comply with the chair's directives. In December 2024, around 60 opposition MPs submitted a notice seeking his removal from his post. Opposition leaders accused him of being explicitly partisan and unfair, alleging that he frequently interrupted opposition members, unfairly used procedural tools to silence them, and give preferential treatment to ruling party MPs.
Would you be good enough to quote me?
Sir,
Do it during course of the day.
Sir, I'm doing, sir, you allow me, you're not allowing me.
The motion was never formally admitted or debated as it was dismissed by the Deputy Chairman Harivansh Narayan Singh in December 2024, citing procedural flaws and incomplete documentation. And here's how Dhankar responded to the motion.
चंद्रशेखर जी ने कहा था, सब्जी काटने के चाकू से बाईपास सर्जरी कभी मत करो। वो तो सब्जी काटने का चाकू भी नहीं था। मेरा नोटिस जिसने लिखा उसके चाकू के जंग लगा हुआ था। जल्दबाजी थी, मैं पढ़कर दंग रह गया।
Now, before becoming the Vice President and Rajya Sabha Chairman, Dhankar served as Governor of West Bengal from July 2019 to July 2022. His tenure as the governor was marked by frequent confrontations with Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee via letters, press briefings, and social media. At the time, Dhankar was very active on Twitter. He often used to criticize the Mamata Banerjee-led state government. In January 2022, Mamata Banerjee blocked Dhankar on Twitter, saying,
কখনো আমাকে গালাগালি দিয়ে বিভিন্নভাবে অ্যাকিউজ করে অ্যাবিউজ করে আনকনস্টিটিউশনাল কথাবার্তা আনএথিক্যাল কথাবার্তা বলে আমাদের ইনস্ট্রাকশন দিতেন যে ওনার অ্যাডভাইস মতো আমাদের চলতে হবে, অ্যাডভাইস না শুধু।
Dhankar hit back by citing the constitution, saying as governor, it was his duty to seek information and hers to respond. Dhankar never shied away from calling out anything he found disrespectful, whether it was criticism of his tone or being mimicked.
आपका टोन जो है,
A senior member of the parliament has a license to run down the reputation of the chair. You may be a celebrity. You have to understand the decorum. जगदीप धनखड़ की कितनी बेइज्जती करो, मुझे कोई चिंता नहीं है। भारत के उपराष्ट्रपति की, किसान समाज की, मेरे वर्ग की, पर मैं ये बर्दाश्त कभी नहीं करूंगा।
Dhankar often reminded Parliament of where he came from.
किसान का बेटा हूँ, कमजोरी नहीं दिखाऊंगा, देश के लिए मर जाऊंगा।
He was born on 18th May 1951 into a farmer family in Kitana village in Rajasthan. He used to walk 4 to 5 kilometers daily to attend government school in his village. He later joined the Sainik school in Chittorgarh on a full scholarship. One of his teachers from the school recalled he was a first bencher. His brother Kuldeep used to say that Jagdeep had brought 5 dictionaries with him to school. His English used to surprise the teachers. He stood first in the essay writing competition in 1965, which was published in the school magazine. He also scored well in Sanskrit. He graduated with physics honors from Rajasthan University, followed by an LLB from the same university. He then enrolled as an advocate in the Rajasthan Bar Council and then practiced mainly in the Supreme Court from 1990 onward.
यदि अगर मैं वकील नहीं बनता तो कहीं न कहीं एक्टिंग जरूर करता।
As someone from a farming background, Dhankar had repeatedly confronted the government on farmers' issues, whether by questioning its inaction or advocating financial support for farming communities.
किसान के साथ जो वादा किया वो पूरा क्यों नहीं हुआ? जब कोई भी सरकार वादा करती है और वो वादा किसान से जुड़ा हुआ है तो हमें कभी कोई कसर नहीं रखनी चाहिए।
Dhankar became the third vice president to resign midterm, the others being V.V. Giri in 1969 and R. Venkatraman in 1987, both of whom stepped down to contest the presidential elections. This time, Dhankar's move caught both the government and the opposition off guard. 74-year-old Dhankar did have some health concerns. In March 2025, he complained of chest pain and was hospitalized. 3 months later, in June, he reportedly fainted during an event. Now, a day after his resignation, Prime Minister Narendra Modi wished him good health. But many politicians described his resignation as abrupt and even a riddle. Reason? Just hours before stepping down on 21st July, he was actively leading discussions on Parliament's upcoming agenda. Before 4 p.m., his office issued a statement announcing his one-day visit to Jaipur on 23rd July. Adding to the intrigue, after some time, Dhankar formally acknowledged a motion in the Rajya Sabha seeking to remove Justice Yashwant Verma. Just so you know, this move reportedly caught the government by surprise as it had intended to initiate impeachment proceedings in the Lok Sabha. Dhankar's decision to take the lead in the upper house was seen as disrupting the ruling party's strategy. Then at 9:25 p.m., his office released the resignation letter. Many questioned why he resigned on the very first day of the monsoon session after presiding over and adjourning the Rajya Sabha, Why didn't he choose a date before the session began? Now, Dhankar often used the phrase,
Nothing will go on record.
it's a prerogative to control procedural narratives, choosing what appears in the official history of the House. Yet when he resigned officially, only medical reasons were provided and no detailed speech or formal explanation was placed on record. But this time, the absence of clarity left many politicians and the public skeptical.
Nothing is going on record.